like blue-collar jobs are cratering under President Donald Trump, and his supporters, of course, are the ones that are getting crushed the most. So here are the details. Manufacturing lost 12,000 jobs in August. That's 78,000 fewer manufacturing jobs compared to the same time last year. That is roughly 78,000 families wondering how they're going to make next month's mortgage payment. These are the families who believed Trump when he promised they were going to bring their jobs back. Now, construction jobs also declined for the third straight month in a row. Goods-producing sectors lost 67,000 jobs over the last 4 months. These are real human beings losing real paychecks. These are the workers that Trump looked in the eye and promised, oh, no, I'm going to help you. These are blue-collar Americans who believed his rhetoric about, oh, yeah, I'm going to make America great again. Well, he didn't. He is absolutely destroying these people. And, of course, it's all as a result of Trump's policies. The trade wars, tariffs, the immigration raids, the restrictions that are strangling the labor supply. Every single policy that Trump claimed would help these workers has backfired horrendously. Okay? And, of course, the people are the ones that pay the price while he sits and gossips at Mar-a-Lago. All right? And eats cheeseburgers. Here's the thing. We warned you about this. Okay? Economists. Smart people. The people that Trump doesn't listen to. They warned about this. They said, please, listen, do not do this. Tariffs are going to hurt manufacturers. They said the trade wars do not have winners, just losers. They said restricting immigration would harm the economy, would create labor shortages in places like jobs like construction and manufacturing. Did Trump listen? No, obviously not. He never does. Never will. And now, of course, blue-collar workers are paying the price. Manufacturing wage growth is slowing down to 3.9% annually. That's after it peaked earlier. So not only are these workers losing their jobs, but the ones who still have their jobs, they're not getting pay raises. They're watching their wages continue to stagnate. They're falling further behind every month as prices for things like groceries go up. Rent goes up. Their paychecks, though, the only thing that's not going up. But see, Trump is going to continue to double down on the same failed policies, more tariffs, more trade restrictions, more anti-immigration stuff. In fact, I just read today that he's targeting New Orleans with a brand new immigration purge. And that's just one of the things that he is doing on immigration. He's also stopping migrants from 19 different countries from coming here. I mean, think about that. Look, I remember talking about Springfield, Ohio. Remember, this is where Trump said, oh, the Haitians there, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, which they were not. What they were doing was revitalizing the local economy in the Midwest. Okay? That's what they were doing. They were coming in and they were filling jobs that young people weren't filling because they were moving to the cities for better opportunities. Haitians came in and they said, okay, we'll take these jobs. Okay? We'll do them because no one else is. And they helped revitalize the city, breathe life into a dying community. And of course, now they're not able to do that anymore. They're getting kicked out. Their protected status, their legal status revoked. And these people have had to leave or hide. Can't go to work anymore. Can't make money anymore. Can't spend money in the local economy anymore. That is a result of Trump's immigration policies. Okay? And so that's what he's doing. And now his supporters, of course, they're still cheering this on because they hate black people. Let's be honest. They don't like immigrants. They don't like brown people. They don't like black people. All right? They're cheering him on. They're wearing the hats. They're going to the rallies. Okay? They're still chanting his name. Even as their jobs disappear. Even as their factories shut down. Even as their futures evaporate. It's a cult. I mean, the irony here is absolutely staggering. Trump built his brand on being the champion of the forgotten worker, the guy who would bring back manufacturing, the president who would put American workers first. And he lied. He absolutely lied. The data tells the real story. Manufacturing is hemorrhaging jobs. Construction declining. The goods producing sectors that employ millions of blue collar Americans have contracted under Trump's watch. Look, these are numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, okay? This is what's actually going on. This is what's going on in the real economy. While Trump says, everything's great, it's never been better. The greatest economy ever. No. And you know what makes it worse? It's the fact that he sold these policies as a way to protect American manufacturing, right? It was a whole pitch. It was a whole promise. We're gonna put the tariffs on foreign stuff, force the companies to bring back the jobs here to manufacture here, and it didn't work because it doesn't ever work. Tariffs raise costs for American manufacturers who need these imported materials. They trigger retaliation from other countries. They disrupt supply chains. They hurt the very industries that they were sold as a way to protect. I mean, this is pretty basic stuff. Economics 101, but Donald Trump does not do basic economics. No. Or even basic math at this point. He does slogans at rallies and promises that sound good in speeches, but fall apart when they meet reality. That's it. That when they hit real workers trying to feed real families. Look, the immigration stuff, even more devastating. Construction and manufacturing, they depend on immigrant labor. Always have. Restricting that labor supply doesn't magically create more American workers willing to do those jobs at those wages. It just creates worker shortages. Projects get delayed, companies cut back, and blue-collar workers lose those jobs. So now we get fewer construction jobs, slower manufacturing growth, blue-collar workers squeezed from both sides, while Donald Trump sits there and pretends that everything's fine and dandy. And is he going to admit to any of this? Obviously not. He can't. He's incapable of doing that. Any sort of self-reflection. No, he's blaming the Democrats. He's blaming China. He's blaming all the other countries. He's blaming everyone and everything except for his own failed policies and his own broken promises. And his base is going to buy it, okay? I mean, they'll nod right along. They'll share his posts. They'll defend him online. They'll keep, eating the slop at the trough that he delivers, even as their paychecks shrink, even as their job prospects dim, and even as the American dream, their American dream, slips away. I mean, look, it's already gone, let's be honest. That's the whole tragedy, right? The people that Trump claims to represent, the people he claims to be fighting for, are the ones that are suffering the most. And they're so invested in his cult of personality, so committed to believing his lies, that they can't see what's happening to them. I mean, think about the sunk cost fallacy, right? That they will continue to double down and support the very things that are hurting them because they already put so much time and mental effort into believing it. Well, I can't back out now. I've got too much invested. That's the reality. Okay? And they just refuse to see that the man that they've defended is the one that is destroying them completely. I mean, you've got tens of thousands of manufacturing jobs that have been lost, and there's more to come. You had 3 straight months of construction decline, stagnant wage growth, rising unemployment. Those are the results of Trumponomics, okay? Now, I'm a blue-collar guy, and I think blue-collar America deserves better than to believe a con man who wraps himself in their struggles while implementing the policies that make those struggles worse. They deserve better than BS empty promises and photo ops, okay, at factories that are now laying people off. They deserve a president who actually fights for them, not one who just uses them. But as long as they keep believing in his lies, they're going to keep getting the same results. More job losses, more economic pain, and more broken promises. That is Trump's legacy for American workers. Not the factories he promised to reopen, not the jobs that he'd swear that he would bring back. Okay? Just empty factories, lost paychecks, and shattered dreams. If this video helped you cut through the BS and see what is really happening, then smash that like button. Every single like pushes back against the right-wing propaganda machine. I can't do this work without your support. So please check out my Patreon. Link is in the description of this video. For a few bucks a month, you can help keep this channel independent from corporate BS. So hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's keep fighting for democracy and against fascism together.